Welcome to Unsubscribe. I'm your host, Avani Jane. In this podcast, I'm going to show you how to intentionally opt out of anything that's robbing you of your energy, freedom, joy, and peace of mind. It's time to let it all go, finally, so that you can clear your mental inboxes and make space to subscribe to a life that truly lights your soul. If you're ready, hop in. We are embarking on the transformation of a lifetime. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another episode of Unsubscribe. Today, we are talking about morning routines, one of my favorite topics ever, honestly. I am a routines and rituals human being. I find that when I'm able to take time out in my morning just for myself, I feel incredible. I feel like I poured into myself first that day, and now I can pour into other people. I can pour into Tushar, my husband, and my family, my friends, my team members at Matcha Design Labs and at Unsubscribe. I'm able to pour into others because I poured into myself first. And that is why I firmly believe morning routines are crucial. But my morning routine has changed a lot over the years. And that's what I want to talk about today. I used to have super long morning routines. I want to paint the picture for you first because I find it so comical how drastically my morning routine has changed from, let's say, 2-3 years ago to now. So I used to wake up early, like 6 a.m. I still wake up at 6 a.m. actually. And I would spend almost 2 or 3 hours by myself in the morning. It was the best thing ever. I was able to sit down and have a really beautiful meditation and journal for like 20 or 30 minutes. I would go work out. I would have my morning protein shake. I would maybe turn on some incense, some music, and really enjoy that moment of stillness. And that was what was required for me at that time. That was also a very, very busy time for me from a work standpoint. I had back-to-back meetings. That time in my business, I would have 8, 9, 10 meeting days at least 2 or 3 times a week, which can be a lot. It can be a lot on the nervous system. So I was prioritizing long, spacious, slow mornings because I knew if I had that anchor to ground me in the day, that I could do anything. I also would do cold plunging at that time. Whatever was available to me, I was doing, honestly. That felt good in that moment. And the routine has changed over the years. But what's been most notable now is my routine has shortened dramatically. Why? I'm trying to sleep more. I am over the age of 30, and I'm just like, I don't want that anymore. I don't want to wake up at the crack of dawn. I would probably have to wake up at 5 or earlier because my day is starting earlier nowadays. We just go to sleep earlier, we start earlier. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to wake up at 5. Also, I don't want to subscribe to the fact that I need to have a morning routine that's super long. What if I could unsubscribe to that and subscribe to the fact that I can have a super short morning routine that is just as effective and just as potent in my day, and let that be enough? So that is what I'm doing these days, and it's been so powerful. Some of you might not have the space to have long morning routines for other reasons. You have other people staying with you in your home. Maybe you have children. Maybe you have a super busy morning that starts off pretty early for whatever reason it might be. And for you, if you are in that place in your life and really are craving something short and sweet and effective and powerful, then this is the episode for you. Today, we're diving into powerful and potent morning practices because I'm not about the long morning routine right now. I probably will be again someday. I can't wait for that day, but I also can wait for that day. I love where I am right now. I love that it gets to be simple, it gets to be short, and it gets to be easy. It always gets to be easy, everyone. So important for us to realize, acknowledge, and accept, because when we do that, magic happens and life is easy. So let's talk about what an easy, powerful, and potent morning practice looks like. This is what I've been doing right now, what's been feeling really good right now. So I'm doing a few things. I am waking up, and sometimes, if I feel like it, I'm turning on incense of some sort. I love this set of incense that I've been using for years now, and now I can't remember the name. I'll have to link it in the show notes. Just love that incense stick. And I also sometimes use blackbird incense, which I do have as well. Those are incense cones. Or I'll burn some sage or palo santo, something that feels really grounding, a little bit earthy, to allow myself to anchor into that day. I will then do something that is powerful for my brain. And there are three things that I've been rotating on and off for this. I often will do a meditation. I love Headspace meditation. I've been using Headspace for maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8 years, a long time. Headspace has been a go-to for me because it's a guided meditation. It's really easy to turn on. They have so many different types for different things we're feeling, for different phases of life that we're in. They have short 3-minute ones. They have SOS meditations. They have meditations for different age groups, which is cool. Different like moments. If something's happening in the world, they have a meditation for that too. And it's very timely. I just love Headspace. And Andy Puttycombe is one of my faves. So I really recommend Headspace for that reason. I also have been loving Aura meditation. So Aura is a gold ring, or it comes in other colors. It's a ring that you can wear on your finger, and it tracks your sleep and other things like stress, as well as it has a meditation app. So I put on the ring. I'm wearing the ring most of the day anyway, and I'm able to meditate with the ring on, and it tells me about how my meditation went, my heart rate variability, my skin temperature, and so on. It's really cool. They have unguided meditations and guided meditations. But when I'm using Aura, I typically do just the unguided meditations. And I love the fact that I can go look at my stats afterwards. It's kind of fun. It makes me feel like there's some accountability to being present and not letting my mind wander, which is really helpful. So those are the two meditation apps I'm loving right now. I also love to practice tapping. Tapping, or emotional freedom technique, is a really powerful tool. It is something that creates instant shifts whenever we need them, instant energetic shifts, especially when we're feeling strong negative emotions that we want to get out of. The tapping practice can help us make those shifts very quickly. State changes. I love Googling YouTube videos for tapping videos. Gala Darling has some amazing tapping videos. I love her morning manifestation tapping. I think it's called that, or magical morning tapping practice. Gabby Bernstein also has a few wonderful tapping videos. There's so many great ones out there. Those are just two of my favorites. So let's talk about what tapping is. I should have started with that. But basically, tapping is when you take your fingers, both hands, and you are tapping, literally tapping your fingers on different meridian points in your body. There's different points like on your forehead, above your eyebrows, on your temples, on top of your cheeks, one on top of your lips, one on your chest, on the side, on your wrists, and then on top of your head. There's all these different tapping points. And they're the same points that someone, if you go to acupuncture, that they'll put a needle in different places. So these are called acupressure points. And what's really wonderful is different points correlate with different types of energies. And you can release energies by tapping and repeating certain types of words that the tapping guide is saying in these YouTube videos. And it's really magical. You can instantly change from feeling anxious to feeling a little bit more calm. That intensity goes down very quickly with these tapping scripts. I find them really valuable. Also, I just love to tap with morning tapping practices for a really abundant and expansive day. And it feels so good to start my morning that way. There's this really great video. I'm actually going to put it in the show notes. Gala Darling has a 5-minute tapping video I love, and it's one of my favorites. I go to it and use it frequently when I don't feel like I want to do a longer meditation. The other thing I have been loving is hypnosis. I haven't tapped into hypnosis since last year, but there was a 2 to 3 month period in 2022 when I was doing hypnosis every single morning. And I kid you not, this was the most grounded I have felt in my entire life. Hypnosis is really powerful. It's not what you imagine where you're in a trance and you don't know what you're doing and you can be tricked into doing things. Hypnosis is simply like a deep meditation. And what's wonderful about hypnosis is your conscious mind gets out of the way and you can program directly into your subconscious mind realities that you want. And there is a really great platform channel out there called To Be Magnetic. There's some really wonderful hypnosis tracks that you can check out there. And I love hypnosis because you can pick what you want to improve on in your life, any facet. Maybe you want to improve your health, weight loss, if you want to stop smoking, if you want to have more clients in your business. All these things can be addressed with hypnosis. And there is different hypnosis out there that you can purchase, that you can access, and just play it in the background. And there are 20 minutes to 40 minutes, sometimes longer. And you get to program your brain in this beautiful way. So cool. I found it to be so grounding when I was doing hypnosis daily in 2022. It was the next thing that I've been doing, along with the quiet meditation, tapping, hypnosis work. I do one of those things every day based on what I'm feeling, based on what I have the capacity for. The next thing I'm doing is something I've taken from Gala Darling and kind of abridged it, adjusted it with one of my best friends in the whole world, Alex Festigato. I love her. She's the best. And she and I have cultivated this beautiful morning manifestation practice. It's the best thing in the world. I can guarantee you we have, using this practice, moved mountains in each other's lives because it is not only tapping into and speaking into your reality, but you're amplifying your friend's reality. So let me talk about how it works. It is just so powerful. And I'll talk about how we have used it and how we go about using the Gala Darling format and adjusted it for what we feel is right for us. So what we do is we have Voxer. We both downloaded Voxer. Voxer is really wonderful because you can listen to the audio from the other person at 2x, 3x, 4x. So you can quickly listen to the audio from the other person. And making this audio is very important. So we both have the Voxer app and we have a channel that we talk in. And every morning when I wake up, one of the first things I do is I open my Voxer app and I hit record and I start speaking. First, I talk about what I'm grateful for that day. Tapping into gratitude is powerful. Then I talk about my day as if it were already over and talk about how it went. I talk about all the things I did, what I wanted to basically talk about how good it was and how things went and how it was easy and effortless. And in talking about basically how I want today to go, but in the past tense, as if it's already done. It's important to recognize that the brain doesn't know the difference between now and later. And that's why talking in past tense is so valuable because the brain can just say, oh, wait, this is done. So let me just make it so. It's really powerful. It's a small shift that has made a big difference. The next thing we do after we talk about our day in past tense, the day that it's about to start, but as if it's done, we talk about it in past tense. Then we talk about some point in the future. We time travel. Maybe it's a week from now. Maybe it's a year from now, a month from now, 10 years from now. We time travel to that moment in the future and we talk about what we have created that we're really excited about, proud of. Basically, we are future pacing that future moment in our life and talking about it as if it was already done. And I'm talking about different things in my future pacing part of my morning manifestation. I'm talking about maybe how the agency has grown, how the podcast has grown, how I am improving as a human being, and how my health is so wonderful. I talk about various things, how a trip went. Maybe I'm anxious about something in particular. I talk about what if it all went right and talk about that reality. It's so powerful. The next thing we do is we say what we are unsubscribing to and subscribing to that day. That is really powerful because it instantly helps us turn off the feed to negative self-talk or stories that don't serve us anymore. We just state it out loud, say, hey, I'm unsubscribing to this and I'm subscribing to this instead. And that act can change how your brain views things. It's just so powerful. And that's honestly one of the pieces that helped me figure out I wanted to create a podcast called Unsubscribe. We were doing this for years. I think it's been almost at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years. We've been doing this so long and we've created this shift. So I send my audio to my friend Alex and she sends her same audio back to me. She records her own and I listen to hers. She listens to mine and I text back affirming all the things she sent me. So if she's like, I've had a really wonderful day. My meetings were really smooth. I will type back, your meetings were awesome. You felt so grounded today. You were really in the flow of things. You loved the matcha that you got in the afternoon, and surfing was really wonderful. You caught so many great waves, and you just felt like you really were in the groove out on the water. I don't know. You can see I'm just amplifying the morning manifestation that she has started to put out into the world. I amplify that. And what's really cool as I'm saying and listening to her morning manifestations as I'm doing other things, I don't know the difference between what has happened and what hasn't happened. I'm just listening, and maybe I am putting my makeup on or doing my hair, and I'm just listening and taking it all in. I'm amplifying it as if it was already done. I am saying it all in past tense, typing out like some sentences and affirming back to her, maybe in like 3 to 5 sentences. Sometimes we do it longer, paragraphs, just depending on what we feel like we have the time and space for. And I'm amplifying her morning manifestation, and she is amplifying my morning manifestation. We do this in this Voxer channel. So what's really cool is we've done this for maybe almost 2 years now, and it has been one of the most life-changing practices. It's helped me understand how I can create the reality I want in a simple way. It only takes a few minutes every day, and I can create that reality, and I can create it consistently, and I can create any reality I want. And it helps me know that there's always options out there. I always have the ability to co-create my life with the universe and make it what I want it to be. And that morning manifestation, there have been times I haven't been able to do any meditation or tapping or hypnosis or anything, but that morning manifestation, I'm going to do it because that makes me feel so expansive and so grounded and so good when I start off the day. And it could be really short too. Sometimes I do a 1-minute morning manifestation message on Voxer, and that's all I have space for. That's all I have energy for. And that's okay. And just these two components, creating that space with a meditation or similar, and using morning manifestation practice to magnify what I'm creating in this life, has been so potent, so powerful, magical, in fact. And it's just such a special thing to be able to do with a friend that you're really close to. It also deepens that friendship, that relationship, which is another added bonus. I loved doing my morning manifestation with Alex, and sometimes she's not living in the same city as me, so we both get to have that tie and connection together, and it's just so special, so exciting that we get to do that. So I wanted to share that powerful morning practice because it has changed my life, and I know if you try it out that it could change yours too. These two pieces, especially the second one, can ground you. It can be your lifeline when you feel like you have time for nothing else. I'm going to link an episode for Gala Darling's. I think she did in a podcast episode. I can't remember. I'll figure out. Maybe it was an Instagram post. I'll link something about her practice just so you can see what the original practice she shares is. It is so powerful, so amazing, and I've loved it. I've taken it on and made it. I think she talks about it in her book, actually. I'm going to link her book. Her book is really wonderful, and I think it's called Magnetic Mindset by Gala Darling. I'm going to link that. So good. Oh my gosh. I kind of want to reread it, actually. That's where I found this morning manifestation practice. But she's been talking about it for a long time. So highly recommend these two pieces. If you don't want to do long morning routines, if you're not about that life right now, and this is all you have the space for, try them out. Find a really wonderful friend that feels like a really safe space for you to go to and share this life with, this morning manifestation practice with. Try it out. Just try it for a week. See how you both like it. If you don't like it, sure, that's okay. Move on. It was an experiment. You don't have to make it something that you have to do. And also, you can stop and start up again. Just because you skip a day or two or a week doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have to mean anything. That morning manifestation practice can, if used daily and regularly and consistently, make waves. So powerful. If you try it out, please let me know. I would love to hear your morning manifestation stories, your morning practices, and how potent they are with quiet time, meditation, tapping, and manifestation practice. I want to hear about all the amazing things that you're creating in your life. And I am always cheering you on. Love you all so much. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.